Every minute feels like an hour. Every hour feels like a day. Every day feels like forever. But I will wait forever and a day for you.
Behind every soldier, there is an even stronger woman who stands behind him, supports him, and loves him with all her heart. Integrity first, service before self, excellence in all we do. Never sacrifice these three things: your family, your heart, your dignity.
Jonathan has a very diverse personality.
One of the most goofiest, outgoing, loving people I've ever met.
With a lot of humor to go with it.
I'm gonna knock both those in.
Jonathan is a complete spaz. He's just always excited about things, just very positive and extremely protective of his family.
I can remember when Jonathan was just 2 years old, where we were living. One day when we weren't watching, he managed to get out of the fenced-in yard, walked down the driveway and went into the street, and it just so happened that I had a German Shepherd that was only 6 months old. The German Shepherd decided that there was impending danger, jumped the fence, ran down after Jonathan just as the car came around the corner, screeched his tires, almost killed Jonathan. The dog napped him just in time. Could have lost him right then and there. Unbelievable. Just can never forget that that happened.
Graduated high school, and my dad went over with me to the Army recruiting office. They had infantry available, and my father looked at me afterwards and he said, "John, do you really want to live in a tent and eat bugs for the rest of your life for 20 years? So I went with the Air Force. I've been deployed to Kuwait in '99, 2001.
Ground clear, I'm passing out to 3,000 feet left turn, heading 240.
Qatar, 2009, 2017.
Passing 3,000 left 240 kilometers.
To Afghanistan, 2017. In numerous locations overseas and undisclosed locations. I've missed Valentine's Day, anniversary. I missed my mom battling with cancer. My last deployment was supposed to be 4 months. I was requested home via Red Cross from my family to see my mother alive for who knows how much longer, having leukemia.
Knowing that John was coming home, I was extremely excited, knowing that he was going to be safe back home, able to hug him again. But at the same time, knowing the reason why he was coming home was hard, knowing that his mom, was in the hospital. So it was definitely mixed emotions.
There's always that double-sided coin of guilt where you don't want to leave your brothers behind, your airmen behind, the mission. You feel like you failed the mission, you feel like it's incomplete. On the other side, there's the guilt of not going home to spend time with family, and family should be just as important, if not a little bit more, because they are your main supporters. I'm happy I did come home and see her because I did get to speak with her, and she passed 2 days after I got home.
It was definitely difficult. So whether it was when he first went into the military, where it was kind of a whole life adjustment not having him there, or like my wedding, he was deployed actually to Qatar and he couldn't be there. He doesn't know that upset me. Because we're very close. In Afghanistan, it was very difficult.
It's difficult to watch the news. You don't really know. You don't really know how close the, incidents are to where he is. You want to watch and you want to be informed, but at the same time you're afraid to, because at the same time everybody has to kind of move on with their life every day, and it's hard to do that when you're so preoccupied with the worry that you may have.
A couple months ago he was gone, and you don't really hear from him that much, and you know what kind of situation he's in another country. So it's cool to have him in the Army, but at the same time it's a little bit scary sometimes.
Resiliency is a real big thing to have when put in a hostile situation. Resiliency will keep you pushing through the dark times, the tough times. It'll keep your mind right, mission focused. It'll keep you safe. Another duty we had while being in Afghanistan was the guardian angel role. Pretty much pulling security and watching my fellow airman's back as he taught 360 perimeter and make sure there's no threats in the area that could harm him, the classmates, or myself.
Jonathan, like me, was uncertain, wanted to have the opportunity to grow in the world, seek out those opportunities, learn a trade, and he did exactly that. I'm proud of him for his accomplishments. He's been in the service now for literally 20 years. He's always been a good father, good companion, and a great son. For that, I am very, very proud of him.
What makes me the most proud of John is that he's decided to make the military a career. He's been on 5 deployments where he could have been killed or hurt. It makes me extremely proud that he's decided to make this his life.
I would say high school football inspired me to join the military from a brotherhood, teamwork, one team, one fight perspective, if you will. And we look out for one another. It's a huge family. No one gets left behind. It's a really good feeling, and it's great to be a part of.
I was definitely sad that he was going away right after high school, but I knew that it would have a lot of value added for him and that it would provide a lot of opportunities. So I definitely was supportive right from the beginning.
I've always supported my brother's decision to join the armed forces. It was, of course, scary, but at the end of the day, I think people have a calling in life and they have to follow it.
It's the biggest sense of absolute fear, but pride at the same time, knowing that they're putting their life on the line for their country, but at the same time, for the fear, you don't know if it's the last time that you're going to see him again.
So live your life that the fear of death can never enter your heart. Trouble no one about their religion. Respect others in their view and demand that they respect yours. Love your life, perfect your life, beautify all things in your life. Seek to make your life long and its purpose in the service of your people. Prepare a noble death song for the day when you go over the Great Divide. Always give a word or a sign of salute when meeting or passing a friend, even a stranger, while in a lonely place. Show respect to all people and grovel to none. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for the food and for the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies only in yourself. Abuse no one and no thing, for abuse turns the wise ones to fools and robs the spirit of its vision. When it comes your time to die, be not like those whose hearts are filled with the fear of death, so that when their time comes, they weep and pray for a little more time to live their lives over again in a different way. Sing your death song and die like a hero going home.
My thoughts and feelings when my dad is deployed is hopefully he will be safe, and when is he coming home. I love him and I hope he stays safe.